Hey everybody, and welcome once again to the Obscure Toy Files. I'm your host, Boggs, and I'm here to show you some more cool G.I. Joe old school stuff. What we'll be looking at today, something that's not very popular with lots of Joe people, or kids even back in the 80s when it came out. But we're looking at something that I've always thought was interesting. Battle Force 2000. I had the opportunity to acquire a couple of these for a reasonable price, and I wanted to add some of these to my collection after seeing them so many years, and I think some of the characters are kind of cool. So I got this 2-pack, which, as I've found from doing some research online, a Hooded Cobra Commander 788 is a really cool G.I. Joe reviewer. There's lots of awesome videos. Apparently, these were released single-carded in the year before, and then when the line actually came out with the vehicles, they were released on 2-packs. Fun fact, this is the exact same size as the G.I. Joe Battle Talking Commanders file cardbacks from 1992, 1991, 91, so 92. Yeah, same size. Isn't that crazy? I did the exact same cardback. I didn't realize that. We're going to be looking at him on another review, so don't worry. We're going to get back to this dude. Oh, believe me, we're getting to him. We're getting to him. But first, we're looking at some other cool guys. So we got, this is a 2-pack with codename Blaster. He's the Vindicator hovercraft driver, and he comes with his cool-looking gun and a little tiny mask, which you know would be lost instantly, and these figures would be harder to locate all those tiny little parts. We also have Avalanche, who's the Dominator snow vehicle driver. I have no interest in getting the Dominator, but he will be hanging out with Windchill, who we saw in our most recent review. Because that's part of the reason why I was like, you know what, I think he'd go well with Windchill since he's an Arctic guy too. Comes with a Sub-Zero stun rifle, and he has a head microphone, which will also be easily lost. And his gun is a infragreen laser pistol. I don't know what they were. I thought maybe they thought, well, what's better than infrared? Infragreen! Like a lot of these file cards were just written by people who were, thinking this stuff was cool. This doesn't have to make sense. But I love Avalanche's file card. I'll read it off to you guys, even though he's not he's part of the review. Codename is Avalanche. Dominator Snow Vehicle Driver. File name is Costello Ian M. Social Security number is 512-898788. Primary military specialty, Armored Vehicle Driver. Secondary military specialty, Cold Weather Survival Driver. Birthplace, Madawaska. I think it's Madawaska, Maine. Grade E5, he's a sergeant. When Avalanche came of age, he declined joining his family's business, which included poaching, smuggling, and bootlegging, and opted for the U.S. Army instead. Having spent most of his youth in the woods with a rifle, he was quite well prepared for certain rigors of military life and totally unprepared for the discipline. And then the quote, which I think is the best part about his file card. As part of a survival exercise, Avalanche and 20 other trainees were left in the wilds with a knife and a compass apiece. Most of the others staggered and haggard and worn after a week. They found Avalanche a month later, and 200 miles away, lounging in a motel and spending the money he had made from the furs he brought in. So they gave him a compass and a knife. He was able to trap and kill animals and sell their fur and give himself a motel room for a month. And you're looking at him like, why would he be the driver of an experimental vehicle? He's got moxie, this guy. I got to cut up his jib. And then Blaster, who's more important in a way, his codename is Blaster. He's a Vindicator hovercraft driver. His file name is Davis Brian R. Social Security number 641057835. Primary military specialty, ground effect vehicle operator. Secondary military specialty, microwave technician. Birthplace, Panama City, Florida. Grade E5. Blaster built his first hovercraft at the age of 13 using mail-order plans from the back of a magazine. By his mid-teens, he was designing his own variations and looking for ways to fund the building of prototypes. Undaunted by the failure of hovercraft to make an impact on the civilian market, he took his concepts to the most responsive consumer, the military. Okay, so he's a little single-minded, maybe even a bit obsessed, but how many of the Joes aren't? The plus side is he's willing to push his hovercraft to the limit and beyond, just to prove its worth. The end result is faster and better support for the ground pounders, something they don't mind at all. So yeah, I got also 2 flag points. There you go. I got this because I also got the Vindicator hovercraft, 2 battle units in 1. Oh my god. Look, it's Fire Blast. Is he on the back? No, he's not. Why did you back of the package? It's a quick blast or quick draw, or fast blast, or one of those two. I'm a sucker for, I'm a 1987 Joe kid, so I got into the line really in 87, so I'm a sucker for the digital blast effect in the background. I just love looking at it. Especially like the card backs with the white border. And you get that, it's just chef's kiss, you know, it's amazing. So this is the Vindicator. I got this for a good price as well. A lot of the stuff from Battle Force 2000 isn't highly sought after. The Future Fortress was stripped down. It was a shadow of what it was supposed to be. And I remember seeing it in pamphlets as a kid for years, wondering what this thing was supposed to look like. Some of the vehicles looked cool. The Vector Jet with that little pod looked neat. The other stuff, you know, this one looked cool because in my comic I create, I have a comic book, photo comic on, if you go to the G.I. Joe 375 Division .blogspot.com, you can see my stories about them, where it's basically a bunch of toys through the, and again, this goes through my role-playing game, Secret World of Triboxia. We basically have living toys in this, in the whole comic. The G.I. Joe 3.75 Division is about a team of G.I. Joe action figures that are left alive, don't have any vehicles, are struggling to survive while Cobra Commander grows in power and just tries to obliterate all of them. And at this point, there's like 10 of them, so maybe 12 left. And Cobra Commander's got like 3 times as many people. He's got a base, he's got lots of troops, and he's just really obliterating things. I've already made about 34 different episodes. Each of them are 10 panels. They can also be found on my Instagram, which is Bogn Creations, BAHGLENN Creations on Instagram, or the at. I'll put the links in the description. But basically, the reason why I got this thing was because I wanted to create a little ragtag group that have nothing to do with the main group, that are outside living in the wilderness. And I figured this hovercraft would be useful because it's actually 2 vehicles in one. So I figured that Blaster can drive this along with one of the other figures, since the team is about 3 people, and then the other 2 can ride on this. And if I needed another vehicle for somebody else, I could do that too. But this is a really cool vehicle. I'm eager to take it out of the box and check it out. See if we can look at let's see what it says. Battle Force 2000, the walking, breathing, proving grounds for tomorrow's battlefield technology. Today, highly trained specialists entrusted with one-of-a-kind, state-of-the-art prototypes. Their mission: to support G.I. Joe and field test experimental equipment under battlefield conditions. And that's it. So then basically we have the vehicle. People have pointed this out before. Apparently there was a windshield that was supposed to go here, and that's not included. It was a cost-cutting measure. They went, get rid of it. So the spot for it is still there, but there's no windshield, which is a shame, because it would have been a nice extra feature. But that was the biggest problem with Battle Force 2000, is the designers had these really awesome plans, and the people at Hasbro running the business end of it were like, gotta cut it, bring us with a budget. And it really impacted the way the toy was made. And it really stunk, because a lot of these could have been so much cooler. I had the Skysweeper at one point, but I wasn't that crazy of a vehicle. Like, some of these are like, okay. I think the best ones really are the Vindicator and the Vector, because that's a pretty cool looking jet and has an attachable pod. Nothing wrong with that. So, and even Future Fortress, it looks like it's not really that much. It's nothing going on. It just kind of sits together. I think clips in place. They wanted to create a base for it, like a base to put all the pieces onto, but they weren't sure how they were going to do it. They're like, well, what are we supposed to do? Like, pack a piece of the base with each of the things. It was a cool idea, but it wasn't able to get feasibly put out, which stinks. But the vehicles aren't bad, and I like the color scheme and everything like that. As for features, you get 3 frag points. They're frag points. 3 flag points. You have positional rear laser guns. There's 2 here. The removable hovercraft rocket sled has positionable radar screen for close range tracking, super realistic detail, 4 removable strategic missiles. They also have removable hovercraft rocket sled, is what that is. Positionable front laser cannons, 3 rotating hover fans, sturdy construction of rugged play, and removable engine cover. So I'm going to bust this thing open, because I don't think a lot of people have done unboxings of Battle Force 2000 vehicles. So what should I do first? Should I do the vehicle first or the figures first? I don't know. Confliction. We'll do the vehicle first, because that might take longer. And then we'll do the figures, because they can ride in it. I really want to look inside the box. I already know what's in there. I can see it. Breaking the glue. This box must have got sat on or something. I hope nothing's broken. That would suck if something got snapped inside. Does this have a tray? It looks like it's just chilling out in there. Okay. Put the light on. This is just everything's just in there. This was also weird too because they're pilots and drivers for these vehicles, and there's nothing else in the box, as you can see. All the contents are empty. Something stuff to the side. Yeah, this is interesting. Oh, I think somebody had said they didn't start using cardboard trays until like 88 or 89. So when this came out, they weren't doing that. One of the things they mentioned was that it was really weird that Hasbro didn't include the drivers and pilots with the vehicles. So it was a very strange concept, considering they'd been doing it since 82, and all of a sudden now in 88, they're like, yeah, you're going to buy the drivers separate. And they're like, why didn't they just come with the vehicles? So I don't know if that negatively impacted them. We got a sticker sheet. We'll see how those work. This is the end of Sergeant Slaughter. Oh no. What's going to happen to Sergeant Slaughter? What the heck? Greetings. As you can see, Slaughter is mine. Surrender all blueprints of Defiant Space Launch Complex. You'll see a real Slaughter. You have 24 hours, Cobra. Son of a matchstick. Cobra snags Slaughter. That's not good. Wait a minute. He's 8 inches of Slaughter power. They're actually selling the old rubber figures. I think that's funny. Those were made by LJN. How did Hasbro get them? Oh wow, this is big. Got the fridge in there. Bazooka, the ferret. The Snowcat, which is a good vehicle. Devilfish, more guys. Oh, this is a big one. Oh my goodness. Yeah, and here's there's actual Sergeant Slaughter figure. Very cool. Slaughter snatching backed by blood. Uh-oh. According to overseas sources, the kidnapping of Sergeant Slaughter was not masterminded only by Cobra Commander, but also backed by Major Blood and his infamous cohort, the Cobra officer. Okay. These two sins ravine Stonewall G.I. Joe outside the Cobra compound. Power Stand continued to wreak havoc on G.I. Joe's defenses. Inside the compound, Sergeant Slaughter has escaped his holding cell and is making his way towards the front of the outpost. Will Sergeant Slaughter make it out alive, or is Cobra dealt him a final crushing blow? Even now, the fate of the free world hangs in the balance. See Sergeant Slaughter and bring him back alive with these fully posed action figures. Each one features unique swivel arm, personalized battle card. Very cool. I don't want to spend all the video talking about that pamphlet, but it is cool that's there. Put it over there. Yeah, it's so funny. These are just tossed in a bag. So yeah, here you go. Here's your sled, Billy. It's like, thanks, Uncle Bob. I love my sled. There's so many parts. This is gonna take a few minutes. We have to time lapse this. Oh, this is one of my favorite pamphlets. Oh, and we saw this in another review, which is the Be All You Can Be Joe thing. Oh my goodness. Wow. That's a thick one. This is going to be a bit of a project. Just have to worry about seatbelts, I think. Losing missiles. Okay, no seatbelts. What do you need seatbelts for? You're on hovercraft. Like, oh yeah, I'm fine. I'll just fly around. Well, what could go wrong? Okay. Is this one page? Okay, we're good. It's this big. Yeah, this is my actual first new 1988 vehicle I've gotten in a really long time. I think the last one, I've gotten a few over the years, but I don't have any anymore. Unfortunately, they seem to have went the big A way. Oh, that's my seat. Crunchy. No, stand up. There we go. Perfect. Okay. We got our blueprints. Got all of our pieces. It's so cool to see it in nice shape. Like it's all brand new. Oh, yeah, this is because it has a latching mechanism I've seen somebody do. Do I have to put that in? I think I might. Okay. All right. We're checking this out on our own. That's a cool looking vehicle. I like it. Yeah, it's a shame that it has a spot for the windshield. And put it in. Those cheapos. Okay, let's put this together. Okay, this is going to take a couple minutes. Not to mention putting all these decals on it. So many. Step one. Let's see. Step one. Actually, I could probably just... No, I can do it that way. It's fine. Step one. Fit post into fan. On fan into hole and fan housing. Fit cap over post. Okay, so we got to have caps. I don't need these yet. These are missiles and things. fans. Got a little bit of sprues. So I gotta get a fan cap. Boom. You can see these other fans, how they come. Here's the green parts, how they come. All attached. Here are the laser guns, how they attach. Give you the full experience, folks at home. This is where the missiles fell off. Yeah, it got bounced around in the box a bit. Okay, and this is the fan housing, so I need those. Okay, I need one of these. Pull one of these off. Boo, 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 boo. Coo, 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 choo. Okay. According to the picture, it's got to be this way. All right. Fit cap over post. Okay, so I got to take one of these out. And from according to this, it goes from behind. Yeah, so it comes in like this. So basically, it goes through this side with the clip, and then it just fits in the hole. It's not difficult. It goes right there. And then a little cap we have, which also matches this. That cap just pegs right on there, and coo-coo-coo-choo. Now your fan housing is ready to rock. It holds in there pretty good. They're just enough that it can still spin. That's pretty cool. So we're going to pause this for a sec so I can do those three. All right. Got all three of those done. And what do we do? Let's see. Okay. Console lever. I'm going to pull that piece out. I guess it's this. Okay. Snap that out. All right. Step 2. Turn upper body upside down. Fit posts on fan housing. I dropped it on the floor. No. Fit posts on fan housing. Into notches underneath the upper body. Place console lever onto slot under cockpit. The bottom body is supposed to come off. Do they know that? Oh, good. It's not actually pegged in. Okay. I was worried for a minute because I'm like, wait, did you guys already assemble this part on me? Okay, so this, I don't know if it just fell together during the course, but it just come right off. Like it held in there, but there's nothing else locking it in place yet, so this wasn't dead. Okay, so to be warned, for those people who are putting this together for the first time, it may come in the box like this. And then you don't really know what to do. But if you push it down, you'll lock it in place, and then you'll get stuck because you didn't put the fan things in. Or this lever. This lever is important. So just be aware that this tab, it was just loosely chilling out on there like that. You can just like pull it off and you're good to go. Because I was kind of like, oh, wait a minute, what's happening? All right, so the console lever, which is this piece here, it goes in like this. Okay. And then the two fans go on the sides. They spin completely around, so it doesn't matter which direction you put them in. And they just kind of rest in there like that. Okay. And then the top of the bottom half will probably sandwich on it. So it says two. Fit notches upper body. Place a console lever to slot. Make sure the lever appears through the hole on the body top. Yep, there it is right there. You can see it. Because this is how it detaches the sled. Like you push the lever back and forth and it releases the sled. It's actually pretty cool. I've seen somebody play with it. I think it was Cobra Commander 788 did a review on it. And I was like, ooh, well, that looks neat. Okay, let's see. Snap holes in bottom front over tab and upper body, then repeat for rear tabs. Make sure to snap on bottom of console. Okay. Let's stand up to do this part. There you can see. Okay. Is it good? All right, cool. All right, so everything's plugged in. We then take this and we attach this to the front. Don't make those fall out. They're resting in there nice, where they're supposed to be. Okay. Stop hitting them with your fingers. That locks in there. And that locks in there. And I believe we're all locked in. We're locked in here too. That doesn't lock. Okay, good. So we're all, that's all set to go. Yeah, so then they can go like, you can go like, and just spin. So it's cool. Yeah, so they just kind of, they can go either way. So you can't put these upside down because you can just rotate them. So that's the way it's supposed to be. And this lever goes back and forth. All right, cool. All right, that wasn't that. That was a little nerve-wracking. Every time, this is ABS plastic, so it's very hard. These other pieces are PVC, so they have give to them. PVC you can unclick, but ABS plastic you generally can't. So once it's locked in a lot of these Joe vehicles, it ain't coming out again. It's like, I hope you liked it where it was, because you're never going to be able to change it. Step 3, turn body right side up, snap posts on left and right lasers into holes in body. Now, I've seen people complain that these are loose, like these main lasers. I think it's just because they're old, and most people aren't like me. Like, I like to buy mint and box vehicles. Well, okay, not mint and box. I mean, the box shouldn't be, well, I guess, yeah, mint and box. The box really doesn't have to be in great shape. It can be beaten up, like this one was. I'm mostly going to open them, so I don't care if the condition on the box is not the best, because it's going to be opened up and put together and used. So, because you know what it is too? These things are getting older, and I'd rather get this thing brand new so that I know its life starts today in January of 2023 and not 35 years ago in some kid's house in the middle of rural Alabama or something. So these guns go on this way with the place on the side. It's just a simple like mushroom peg. You just push it in, and there you go. And again, like not loose. It's not a design problem. It's because they're old. These are nice and tight because it was just taken out of the box today and from a sealed bag and put on here. So it's not that this is made poorly or is a piece of garbage. It's because people are buying things used and naturally they're not going to be in the best shape. But you know, that's part of what I like doing the Obscure Toy Files for. I like to show people that these toys are not garbage. And a lot of times they're made really well because most people won't open box stuff if it's too old. They like wig out about it. And I go, why? I'm like, it's a toy. It's meant to be used. These things aren't going to last forever. They're eventually going to rot away. And then you know what it is? Like, if I'm documenting it. So like, yeah, this video might be like 22 minutes, 30 minutes long. But you're watching it. I try to make it entertaining so you guys laugh along with me. And the whole point of it is to preserve this stuff for posterity. So people can go back and look at these videos and go like, you know what? I wonder what it's like to open up a Vindicator box. Let's go look at the Obscure Toy Files. I think Boggs did a review on it. And then boom, here you go. Now you can see what it's like to put one together. And make the plastic so new and squeaky. Let's see. Next step. Step 4, snap tail halves together. Note, squeeze rear section to ensure proper fit. Snap post on tail guns into side holes. That's something that happens a lot too. So, we got our fan blade, our fan housing. This rests here again. It's the same as the other one. I think it works. Yeah, because it spins, so it doesn't matter what direction it's facing because you can just rotate it, which is helpful. So then we have our two halves. We have our thing. We have, again, these are things that are generally referred to as one-time assembly tabs, where they have a little notch right here. And then again, this is ABS plastic. You can stretch these back out if you use a screwdriver, but you'll scratch the plastic and you might risk breaking it. This is brand new, like it's pretty solid still. If I smashed it into the floor, I might break it, but it's all dependent on where they're stored, I think. My research from doing this numerous times is if it's stored in a good place, like climate controlled place, it won't rot as fast as if it's like in an attic or a basement or something. So okay, so we have that there. There's nothing goes over there. It just kind of chills there. That seems strange. Oh, they snap in maybe. Oh, okay, they snap in. Okay. I was gonna say, I'm like, there's nothing holding this part in. Yeah, you push these in, they snap. Okay, yeah, they snap. These ones snap in. The ones on this, they just rest in there. These ones snap in because I was looking at it and I'm like, how am I supposed to sandwich that? Okay, so you take these. We're all ready to go. We're all lined up. No pressure, everybody. Then we click it there. You heard the click. And we have to make sure. There, that snap. That was a very loud snap because that's what, again, ABS plastic. It's just that's what it's going to do. And that's locked in place. And look at the detail on that. And again, this is you're looking at this fresh out of the box. Look at the shine on that silver. This is what you would. This is what it would look like if you'd gotten this in 1988 for Christmas or your birthday. It's just a really nice. The blue with the silver and the green. I think it's a cool colorway. I mean, it always appealed to me. But again, the pictures you're seeing in the pamphlets don't compare to the pictures you get in person. All right. So then we have this. Let's see. Snap fan engine notches and tail rudder. Snap engine covers over engine detail. Snap tabs on tail over opening and rear of cockpit. Okay, so what this shows me, this just kind of goes over this. More of those tab clicking fun. The engine cover, I think the engine cover comes off for role playing, so you can check out the engine and stuff. I think the engine is really, where does that go? Right here. Like that, I think? Yeah. It goes right there. Okay, so this basically... okay, so I think this piece here lines up with that. Yeah, there you go. So we got this lined up. And again, these are more of those one-time assembly tabs. So we're going to put these in, and you're going to see them from under here when they go. They lock in place, and that also helps to secure the back of this more. Like I said, they were really very smart about how they built these things. They got really nicely locked together. Like there was no like effing around with this. The Hasbro designers were pretty good, even when they worked with what they had. Now this thing's starting to shape up. Engine cover goes on here, locks in place. But these can come off. Yeah, like it's designed to pop on and off. Okay, so that's there. Rear guns. These peg here, nice and tight because again, brand new out of the box. You're not dealing with faulty stuff or stuff that's been played with 1,000 years by little Billy down the street. That's what happens when you're dealing with toys that old. I mean, it's just the way it is. I mean, guys, come on. All right, so the main hovercraft of the Vindicator is assembled. So we're going to take this and put it off to the side, and we're going to put together the lower rocket sled thing. This is far less tedious to do. So we're going to try to see if you guys can see what's going on. This pack of batteries I have here. Boom. Let's hold that in place. So now we're going to assemble the wheels. Because this thing has wheels on it. Now, it's a hovercraft, but you know that no kids were making it hover along the ground. That thing was flying. Trust me. I would have had it flying if I was a kid. I wouldn't be like, hovercraft? No, it can only hover above the ground. I'm like, okay, yeah, it's going to hover above the ground, like 10 feet above the ground. I might as well just take off these missiles too, since we're doing that in a minute. Yeah, most times these just pop right off. Like they just boop, like you can see. It's just a little tiny thin strip, and it just bends a little bit, bink. Again, if you've made model kits before, that's very much what these remind me of. So like if you enjoy model making, like putting G.I. Joe vehicles together, vintage ones, it's like, okay, don't threaten me with a good time. Mini attack vehicle body. It says, turn mini attack vehicle body upside down, snap dumbbell wheel axles into notches, which are right here. So these just pop in there, and they lock in place. So you get one in there, and then you just pop. Then the other one goes here, pop, pop, and then now it rolls, kind of. This hovers, but you can always make it go, do whatever you want. It's your toy, have fun. Use your imagination. Now we add the upper radar arm. Step 6. Snap upper radar arm into notches in lower radar arm. Snap upper radar arm into bar on radar screen. Okay, so it's 2 of them? Oh, okay. It's 2 different bars. Right there. That one. This one gets this one, I think. Looks like it, yeah. Okay, so then this goes, I believe, is that going to fit in there? That's not going to fit there. Why does that say they do that? Unless they go, oh, okay, maybe? No? Oh, this is the wrong one. You go over there. You're getting me confused now. I'm confusing myself. That's good. Oh, I might as well snap all these off too. These are all coming with me. Sometimes I'll keep these sprues and I'll use them for like accessories and stuff because the colors are cool. I don't throw them away. I just stick them in the bag and put them back in. I stick them in the bag and put them back in the box. Okay, so then these are not one-time assembly. These are all PVC, soft, pliable. They're not going to break if you take it apart. So we got to take the radar dish, which goes on this piece, I believe, right here like that, I think. Like this. It snaps in there. Boop, boop, boop. Just like that. And then that snaps into here. I believe. Just like that. No, that doesn't go there. I'm so goofed up over these. I don't know what my brain is doing wrong. Oh, this goes here, I think. Does that go there? I'm a moron. That was right. You did it right the first time. Don't doubt yourself. Oh no, that's why I'm getting screwed up. These two pieces connect together. This has nothing to do with that. These pieces are together because this thing collapses. So then this goes like this. This attaches here, like that, to come up, and then it goes like this and folds down. Pretty slick. I imagine this is like a deflector dish that comes up and goes, boom. It makes an energy field to deflect attacks. And then this thing doesn't get anything attached to it. That's what was throwing me off because it has these little tabs. I thought it pegged it to there. It just pops right into here. Like there's a little tab right there. Like you just put the sucker in. Boom, done. And that's a little monitor. You know, there's no stickers or anything on it, but it's there doing its thing. All right. I'll put it on the way. So just like a little cool electronic details. Some stickers would have been nice. I agree with other people's things about it. These plug into here. There are some people that said that these were supposed to rotate so they can aim up. Because the way they're designed right now, it kind of would be like you have to shoot the first row before you shoot the back ones, because this will blow that up. So it's like fire one. You just use your imagination, figure it out. You're a kid. Don't complain. Don't complain about it, Billy. All right, and then fold this in here, boom, just like that, and that's in storage mode. So we can take the main Vindicator shuttle and knock it over. Snap Vindicator's hovercraft or mini attack vehicle, and this pretty much goes over like this. Then we're locked in place. Yeah, you can push this little lever. And when you want to release it, you go, you take off, and pretty cool. I thought that was pretty neat. That worked pretty well. I was pleased with the result. And then again, you push it. Use a little switch to push it back. It secures it in place. And also now allows you to roll around here. So like it really works very well because it integrates itself so nicely. You wouldn't even realize it was there. Like you don't even realize it's there. But it's good because then you can have like a second vehicle. You know, you're driving around. Like I have this little crack team of wacky guys. We have Grunt, who was beaten the heck out of by some crows when he was a toy. And then we have another wacky guy. Let's drop over here. This is Scraps. He was made out of a couple of different G.I. Joes from some kid. So he's a bit of a mess. He's part of their team. And there's also Corpse Guy, because the kid who got him for his birthday really wanted a G.I. Joe and just called him Corpse Guy because he didn't know how to say core. So they're going to be hanging out with those guys. But in a minute, we need some movie magic to put these stickers on. So I'm going to move this out of the way. So we need to look at those instructions on the opposite side, because we're not building the future fortress. And then we're going to do Alakazam. And we're done. Movie magic. Yay. Okay. I didn't put all the stickers on. Why didn't I put all the stickers on? Well, there are a lot of them. I mean, there's like 18 stickers. But I missed a couple here, so I can throw those on quick. Which way is it facing? This way? All right, so 12 and 14. Oh, I gotta put that one on too. These are sticky stickers because they're old. But surprisingly, the adhesive works really well. Let's see. Hazard goes right in front. Right there, boom. And then 14 one goes right next to that. 14. Okay, yeah. I was gonna skip some of them, but the 14 ones, like, you want to see them come off, like. The adhesive's like... It's still on there. Just, not really that well. Oh, sorry. Of course, guys. Just cracked him in the face. It's like, what the hell, man? I don't know. I don't think this one's even going to stay on. You saw how much of the adhesive came off. Yeah, I'm just going to skip this one because more of the adhesive was left on the sticker. Actually, out of all the ones I pulled off, just that 114 right there is the one that gave me problems. All the other ones were fine. I'm going to put another hazard on the opposite side of this one. Then there's one itty bitty sticker I missed. It's a lone sticker. Like, there's only one of them. Let's see. This is number 5 right there. You see number 5? Yeah, it's all white. Says something in the center cylinder axis. Okay. Where does that go? 555. Oh, this goes on the top. Okay, that was easy. Yeah, most of these came out pretty aces, so that's good. This goes right here on the top over there. I'm going to put it... It says right here, so I'm going to stick it there. Boom. That's good enough. Yeah, no, but this is pretty tricked out. Okay. So, since we have all the stickers on, I think now's a good time to take out our other characters that have been sitting back there so patiently. And just doing nothing. So we're going to put the Vindicator over here. So it's out of the way. Oh, get these guys out of here. We'll see them in a minute. Whoa. And we're going to discard Blaster and Avalanche as easily as I can. I'm going to go with Avalanche first because the bubbles are kind of yellowed a little bit, you can tell. And the card is a little warped. So again, because this isn't like a mint, pristine, case fresh sample I'm opening up. I try not to fucking hurt myself. Oh, cracking bubbles. There's somebody on in the comment section like, what are you doing? That vintage toy. Oh wait, it's Battleforce 2000, never mind. Hey! With joints going. Oh, there you go, the fresh new joints. Oh, yeah, I'm definitely replacing his O-ring. Whoa. Whoa. He's pretty cool, though. I'm doing Avalanche first, for a reason. I'm going to stand up and do this. I don't want to mess up the art on the back. Or hurt myself. I might just do it this way temporarily, and then I'll come in with an X-Acto knife. And I'll have to figure. Yeah, these were weird because they the bubbles form around the guns. So these things are not just like floating in the box. They're like shrink wrapped on this thing. So that's annoying. Got a cool rifle though. Stun rifle. Gonna knock some people out with this. Nice. So there's him. Well, the reason I was doing that is because if only I had some Arctic people to hang out with. Oh, look at that. That's Windchill with the Arctic Blast. I think I'll go with him. I'll go over here on this side. Oh, yeah, let's go. Battleforce 2000 could suck my left toe. I'm not tired of this continuity. Yeah. Old Battleforce 2000. Fun fact, we're killed in the comic, except for Dodger. He got made later on as a Sonic fighter in a future G.I. Joe wave in the 90s. So I'm almost like, I wonder if that was intentional. Like, look, oh wow, look, the only guy who didn't die. He has a figure again, that's interesting. How did that happen, kids? I'm carving a turkey, for God's sake. And this is Blaster. He's a wacky one because for some reason Hasbro decided to not paint his elbows mean, they could have left this part as a skin, but he's not wrinkly. That's supposed to be sleeve. If you look at the artwork, you can see it. You can see where there's a sleeve, you know. So I don't know why they just didn't paint that. Or they could have cast it in green, you know, so it matched up here. You know, they could have done that way. But Blaster's pretty cool. Does he have a crazy O-rings? Woo, woo, woo. Yeah, these guys all need their O-rings. Yeah, fresh out of the box, because again, this is what happens. This stuff is going to rot. It's just sitting there for decades. It's held by tension. You don't think it's going to loosen? It's a rubber band, guys. It's not like it's a magical silicone piece of super science. And we gotta get his little tiny little weapons out of there. This doesn't even go across. Maybe I can just do it that way and cheat a little bit. Oh, I hate having to do that. No more. I yield. I don't want to destroy the bubble. Okay. I gotta just kind of cut all that away. You mother. Okay, no big deal. Now, some people have complained about Blaster's mask. I don't think it's bad. It's just a mask. It's something else to cover up his face. What's wrong with that? So he's pop. Oh, look at the size of the pins on that thing. Can you even see? It's so small. Look at those tiny little pegs. Like, this is something they could have just glued in at the factory, honestly. They didn't have to make this like a separate piece. You're looking at this thing and you're like, oh yeah. No kid kept this for more than 5 seconds. This thing got lost in a day. I was like, what happened to your mask? Oh, he had a mask. I don't know where it went. I mean, like, I had like Big Bo and all those guys. I couldn't find those little things. I guess the way it goes. I think so. It's so small. Like, this is a tiny little mask. I don't think it fits the other way. No, it's definitely that way. Okay, I had it right the first time. Yeah, this is a funny accessory that they even include. It's one thing for microphones, I think, but to do a mask like this small. And what's even funnier is that in the artwork, he's not even wearing a mask. Like, they didn't know what the heck they were doing with this line, man. They were just kind of all over the place. And this is a weird looking infrared gun. It looks like it has like a. That's not a barrel. It looks like a missile. Like, so does it shoot missiles out of the bottom? And it's got, I don't know what it's supposed to be. Is it cool? Is it toyetic? Is it fun? Yes. Does it make any sense? Oh, God, no. So, basically just, you know, just a little grain of salt. Is there? I got it for green laser technology. Sculpting on is cool. He's got a little knife in his boot. Some other stuff like that. Like, he's not bad. Like, you know, it's cool. I'm more interested in this car than him, honestly. No offense to Blaster. More interested in his ride. All right, so here, got him in there. No seatbelts for these guys. They don't give a F about seatbelts. So we'll put you in there, and then we'll put Grunt in here with you. I'll put him in there because he's got two. He's got hands that can fit. So you can loosely hold the control stick, and then we will push a little switch. And now the rest of the team have their other vehicles ride around and ream. So we put what's his face in there. He holds his little joystick. The squeakiness. Then we'll take scraps and put him in there. Cool, so now they're all decked out, ready to go. Nice. I'm excited about it. Wow, 40 minutes. Good God, this was long. I hope it was entertaining for everybody. Say the least. But yeah, so that's the 1987? 87? 87. I'm saying it wrong. Christopher Boggs, what are you doing? I think it's 87. Pretty sure. There's no date on it? Oh, here it is. 87, 88. 88, I believe. It was 88. Yeah, so it was pretty good. But of course, I can just make it hover if I want, because I like playing with my toys whatever I like. Like, this is like a hover sled. Like, this thing would go, I imagine this is going like, you know, like, all right, we're coming after you guys. It's just like, like a land speeder from Star Wars. I can see that doing that. This thing though, this thing's flying. It's the propellers turned. Yeah, some people complain about the lack of space. I mean, it seems fine. Like it's not a big deal. Like they got room. Oh, the guns are hitting me. Yeah, but it's like I said, this line was plagued with problems. Yeah, because they don't even have the windshield. The windshield might have actually kept them in there because it would have gone around the edge. But even that might not even have fit. Like that would have been tight. I mean, look at that. The windshield was there. Like these things were like they weren't moving any further than that. It was just not bad though. I'm happy I bought it. I like it a lot. I think it's a cool little vehicle. I'm eager to put it into my G.I. Joe 3.75 Division photo comic because I was trying to think of a way to get these guys around, and I said, you know what? I'll get Blaster and I'll get the Vindicator, and then the whole team can go around this way. This way, they can, while they're outside the world, in the outside world of humans, dealing with stuff in the wilderness, they can fly around and avoid dealing with like rats and squirrels and bats and things like that. So I think they're cool. I'm digging it, and I'm glad I got it. I would do more about the blueprints, but they are a lot to read. And if you go over to 3djoes.com, you can read them there. Instead of me having, it's not like you can't find them. I mean, all of us G.I. Joe like toy guys, getting blueprints isn't hard. Okay, so that's our review for the 1988 G.I. Joe Vindicator and the 1988 Avalanche Blaster 2-pack over here at the Obscure Toy Files. So I hope you guys had a good time. We're going to be doing more Joe talk as the days go on because we still got other stuff to review. We got to review still. We got more stuff. Well, I'm not doing it now, obviously. But we got other stuff coming up. We got 1990s Pathfinder on a very, very beaten up card. Like, I mean, look at this thing. This thing's more crooked than a politician. Yeah, so we got that. Him to check out. Look at that face. I'm not messing around. I was going to have him join their team. But then I'm trying to figure out how is he going to get around. There's no foot pegs on these things. You might just have to hang out on the back. Is there room on the back? Can we hang out? You might be able to... Oh, I missed opportunity. You could have put up some foot pegs back there. I'll have Pathfinder just hang out on the back for dear life. It'll be great. So with a deflection array to keep themselves shielded. And Pathfinder can just hang out right here. And easily fall off. That'll be good. See? He's already part of the team. I got him to review. And of course, we're going to be reviewing Overkill sound effects, but I have to get batteries because I want to make sure we open it up. This thing obviously doesn't work. Those batteries are long since dead, since this was 1992. Alright, that's all for now. But stay tuned here for more G.I. Joe wacky hijinks. I'm going to be unboxing. I don't think that's unboxing. I'm going to be decarding, figures. So yeah, if you find yourself an opportunity to pick up a G.I. Joe Battle Force 2000 Vindicator, I would recommend it. It's a fun little vehicle. If you have an opportunity to get one brand new, you can see exactly how nice it is. Like the condition on it isn't bad. Like the parts turn the way they're supposed to. Things loose. So it wasn't a construction problem. It was just the fact the vehicle's old and was played with by a kid for 30 years. That's what happens when you buy used stuff. It's like nothing wrong with it. You want to buy used stuff, you're welcome to. I just prefer to get it new and open it up this way I know its life starts right here with me. I don't have to worry about it being beaten up for the last... sometimes it makes cool things. You get interesting characters like this grunt, who literally is he's seen better days, and it's some character. But if you're trying to get something new, like a vehicle, I recommend getting them new if you can. Best way to go is to get vehicles that have been opened, like the box is open, but the bags are still sealed. That's a good way to go, because in this way you're not worrying about paying too much money for it. All right, so that is the G.I. Joe Battle Force 2000 1988 Vindicator with Blaster and Avalanche. Make sure to like and subscribe below. Check out my other links to other things up there, like the G.I. Joe 3.75 Division photo comic series, which is a lot of fun. Also check out my role-playing game, The Secret World of Toy Boxia, which will be coming out this year, which I'll talk about more as we go forward. And just go there to look for bios of the characters I make up, because these guys have bios. They're going to be going up there soon. And have a good day. Thank you guys so much. Keep playing with toys, and have a good, obscure toy time. Battle Force 2000, we're flying away. My mask is cool, sort of.